Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm really excited to have you guys here with me because we are looking at a brand new mod by Kawaiistacie called Showtime. So if you guys are a player of The Sims 3, you might have played with the Showtime pack back in those days. It was one of my favorites. I spent a lot of time making my Sims famous singers. So I'm excited to see this mod coming back to The Sims 4. So we're gonna take a look at the information that Kawaiistacie has provided for us. There is a link in the description down below if you guys wanna give this one a try for yourself. But let's just go over some information that you need to know. So there are some requirements for this mod, pack requirements. You will need City Living, Get Famous, Get Together, and Seasons to have a full experience with this mod. If you don't have some of those packs, then you can still use this mod, but you will be missing some components of it, so you can still use it, you just won't have a full experience of what this mod can do. So in order for your Sim to get started, they need to choose a profession. There will be some options for them. They can do dancing, singing, they can be a musician, I think they can be a comedian also. Once your Sim decides what they want to do, then they can start with the gigs. So there are some rabbit hole gigs and playable gigs, which is pretty nice if you're not really feeling having to follow your Sim and put the work in. There is rabbit hole gigs available as well. That's going to help them improve their Showtime hidden skill, which is going to help them make more money. So you can top out at $1,200 per gig. Once you have maxed your hobby skill, I believe you have to max that in order to hit the max payout, as well as have a high hidden Showtime skill. So that's something that you won't see, it's in the background, but the more gigs your Sim performs, the higher that will be. You can earn perks or benefits as you do gigs, and these are like little treats your Sim can use to help them perform better, to increase their skills, or maybe you can, block a need like their bladder need if they're going to be performing for the day, so they don't have to stop in the middle of a gig to use the toilet, which is, top notch. I like that added addition. You can also wear costumes if you would like to your gigs, which is fun. And you also have the option to change. If you decide you don't want to be a dancer anymore, you can pick something else and become a singer. But you may lose some of the benefits and the things that you've already earned in the previous profession. You may have to rework those. It just depends on what you're switching to. So you can also choose to create your own custom event, but because there's really no work or effort involved in this, Kawaiistacie has said that she has made a bit of a disadvantage for this. So you do have to work a little bit harder and you'll make the same amount of money, but it does give you more control over who you invite to the gigs and where exactly you want to have them and that sort of thing. So here are some of the options: dancer, musician, VIP, comedian, singer, and DJ that you can choose as your profession. So that's pretty much the mod in a nutshell. It's pretty straightforward, but it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun, and it works with the Get Famous pack. So your Sim will also gain fame points as they're going along in their quest to become top in their profession. So now that we've taken a look at all that information, let's go ahead and hop into game and give this mod a try. All right, so we are here with Kay, and she's gonna help us test out this mod. So we're gonna go ahead and click on her and choose our profession. So she's gonna decide what it is that she wants to do. So we can be a comedian, dancer, headliner, musician, or a singer. I'm gonna say that she wants to be a dancer. So now that we've chosen our profession, we can go back to the Showtime menu and we have some more options here. So you can allow her to be able to wear costumes if you want. So you can unlock more outfits the more gigs that you take on. You can earn benefits from performing at gigs, so you can be charming, hardly hungry, and the more gigs that you work, the more benefits that will pop up that you can use. I believe that they will last for a 24-hour period, or they last for a certain amount of time, and then there's like a cooldown after that before you can choose to use a benefit again. And then here's your gigs. So you will be able to choose from what's available. The more gigs that you perform, the more options you will have in this menu. So you can do a street performer gig. This is a rabbit hole. So once you select that, your sim will go off, perform their gig, and they'll come home and get paid. You can request a gig from an NPC. So this will not generate a gig immediately. It'll queue one up to, you will get it later on down the road. Or you can disable getting gigs altogether. It's really up to you. So let's go ahead and have her do her first street performer gig. She is going to head off to her rabbit hole, and when she comes back, she will have a little bit more skill. She gained 150 followers, but she is embarrassed, so she maybe didn't perform that well because she doesn't have a high skill level yet. But that's okay. That is okay. So we're back, and I think we made money. I did not see the pop-up for it, but I think we did. But you can increase your sim's skill level. Let's have her come inside. Get out the ring, girl. And I'm gonna bring in, maybe we should give her a dance floor. All right, so we're gonna turn on some music, and then we're gonna have her dance so she can start improving on her skill. The better her skill is, the more money that she's gonna make. So you really can control how often your sim works and at what pace you want them to earn their fame and earn their skill, so they can have time to focus on other aspects of their life, which I prefer in some cases. It depends on the sim and what I'm doing, but you just have a little bit more control. So you will earn fame points as well with this. I have found when I tested this out that you earn fame points a little bit faster than you do if you're just using Get Famous, the Get Famous pack, to increase your sim's fame. For me, that always moves very slowly, but it did seem to move faster just using this mod, which I like. So we're gonna go ahead and enable her to be able to wear costumes at gigs, and then let's see, she doesn't have anything available yet. So because we just did one, there's a cooldown period, but we can schedule a gig. So let's go ahead and schedule a gig. We're gonna use a calendar for that. We'll do it today. It's still early enough that we can get a gig in. So you're gonna scroll down to your Showtime performance, and we're gonna click that. So it's gonna give you the option of what type of performance you want to do. Since Kay is a dancer, we're gonna choose dancer, and then we are going to pick where we want this to be. And I want it to be at the Orchid A Go-Go, and we're gonna have that happen at 7 p.m. So we're all set. So keep in mind, if you are scheduling a gig, you do have to pay for that. It costs money if you're doing I don't think it costs if you do a non-gold event. I'm actually not really sure, but you may have to pay money to start the gig. It's 100 simoleons, so keep that in mind. So you will be working a little bit harder at a scheduled event because you don't have to wait for it to happen. But we did just get a pop-up that says we now have a gig available to us. We're not going to take that one right now because we've already scheduled ours. So let's go ahead and speed through till we get to the scheduled event. Okay, so we are now at the event. So we do have to perform for 2 hours in order to reach a gold status event. So basically all she has to do is dance. So we can dance battle, we could just dance all together. As long as she's performing, she's going to earn that. So this is going to help improve her hidden Showtime skill as well as improve her hobby skill, which will help her to make more money in the end. So I think it's for I think it says the counter goes up every 10 minutes that your sim is performing. So once you hit 12, that's when you hit the gold status. So she's just going to dance her little heart away. she's over here dreaming, like there's actual celebrities here, and she's like, one day it'll be me, guys. One day you'll be paying attention to what I'm doing. So she's just doing her thing, she's dancing, and she's already increased one level. So let's go ahead and speed through to the end. All right, so she has just reached level 12, or max the 12 that she needed to reach a gold event. So she has completed what she needed to do in order to be successful. She also gained some dancing skill, which is amazing. So we're pretty much done with this event. Now your sim doesn't have to like dance the entire time. They can socialize, they can do other things, as long as they're maxing out the requirement for the performance, whatever that number is within the gig time frame. Your sim will be good. So we're gonna go ahead and it's almost over. We're gonna let it run out, and then we'll be done with this event. So you do have to work a little bit harder if you're just scheduling these on your own, just because you don't have to really work for it to happen. You don't have to wait for it to happen. It just kind of happens. Okay, so she's getting offered to perform a gig, which you will get these periodically. Can you come perform? Our other dancer has quit at the last minute. So we're at the Discotheque Pan Europa. All right, so she has arrived at her gig. So we're just gonna come on over here and we're gonna dance. And we need to do 60 minutes, 6 equals 60 minutes. So it's an hour of performing, and then she'll get a payout. So this is a little bit different than scheduling your own. I don't know why this Katrina has no pants on. It must be that kind of exciting party, but we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna dance our little heart out and earn some pay for this gig. I don't know why she's dancing way over there. If they don't care, we don't care. We're gonna speed through this though. She just needs to hit a 6. So she's almost there. She has hit a 5. She's almost at a 6, and she has completed the gig. But she's hit the gold. Let's go ahead and cancel it. We got 242 simoleons for 1 hour of work. So she has reached level 4 in her dancing skill. She's also gained 175 followers. She has a total of 600 now. And that is just from performing these gigs. So, it's a fun way to have your sim reach fame, do what they like to do, and you have more control over how they perform, when they perform, where they perform, and how quickly they can gain their fame points. The one thing I think would be cool is if sims actually paid attention to what your sim is doing, and that may depend on what you're asking them to do. If they're singing, maybe more sims will pay more attention. If they're like being a comedian, they might get more attention as well versus dancing. But that would be cool if that was something that was available as well. I mean, it's an issue in The Sims in general. So, but yeah, you guys, this is really fun. I really love the idea of having Showtime back in The Sims. Like I said earlier, it is one of my favorite packs from The Sims 3. So I'm really excited to play around with this one in The Sims 4 and just see how quickly my Sims can become famous, and maybe try out a few different careers as well, it's just a lot of fun. So if you guys want to give this one a try for yourself, there is a link in the description down below. Make sure you're hitting up Kawaii page because she has tons of mods that are just a lot of fun. She's really talented at what she does. So if you're interested in supporting her, she also has a Patreon. You can go over and head over there if you're able to give her support that way. Always optional, but it's always fun or nice to support the creators that you really enjoy. So you guys, if you enjoyed this mod review, please give me a big thumbs up. And if there's any other mods that you want me to take a look at and review for you guys, let me know that in the comments down below. And as always, thank you so much for being here, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye guys.
Know what I got, know what I want. Boy, don't get me wrong, sure we're having fun, but it don't mean that I'm in love. I like you a lot, but you gotta step up.